I'm pretty sure. So, hello, people.
Is it possible to download the Twitch stream after the fact?
Like you own Twitch stream or like the actual, like, presentation?
Yeah, your personal Twitch stream.
Yeah, you can do that.
Can you, if it's something really significant, can you do that and send it to me? Because I forgot to reinstall NVIDIA Capture until right now.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
And actually, can you do me a favor and see if the stream's okay?
Okay, that's fine. Okay, I'm on. I'm just gonna wait for.
Okay, so, yeah. Uh,
All right.
I don't, I don't really have any real predictions for who's gonna be here. I've heard rumors of Dante, but, like, I'll believe it when I see it. Yeah, it's live. Yeah, cool. Yeah, it's. Alright, how about you? You got any weird predictions?
Um, the insider communities are indicating that it.
Okay. Different between, like, what do you think, or like, well, if it's like a leak, then like, I don't know. This is me when I've only been awake for like 20 minutes.
I'm thinking it might be a Fire Emblem Three Houses character.
I swear to God, if if Byleth is in the game, I swear to God, please just someone else. We have a lot of Fire Emblem characters. Please, just stop. I like Fire Emblem, but like, come on. We have like, I think 8 of them. I think that's more than enough. Wait, this is this is a good amount. Please, just no more. Please, have mercy, Sakurai. Someone said Gordon Ramsay for chat. That chat is a, yeah. This is a mess. It's like it is chaos right now. It's Glover.
Are you up?
Yes, I am.
Why?
About to watch a Nintendo thing, and then I'm heading straight back to sleep for an hour. They host them at whatever fucking time they want.
Oh.
You pull a door?
Huh?
Pull a door? Okay.
So your mom was just like, wow, you were up before 9? What? This is usually about when I wake up anyway. I just woke up like half an hour early. One more minute, I think. At this point, everyone's just like, okay, just start it, please. It is now officially 9 o'clock.
260,000 people are up in the morning.
Alright, here we go, it's starting.
Hello everyone,
okay, you're ahead of me,
director
I think.
of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate from Sora Limited. We'll be using today's showcase to give you a first look at our next DLC fighter. Actually, hardly anyone knows what we'll be announcing today, even among Nintendo staff worldwide.
Even
The
Nintendo
development
doesn't
team and
know
other
what they're doing.
stakeholders have been working on this fighter with the utmost secrecy, which means other Nintendo staff around the globe will only start making preparations for release after
Watch
the
this
showcase
character
has
be
been
something really
broadcast.
stupid.
So, it won't be available right away. Please understand that it will take a little time. I think even many Nintendo employees will be surprised to see this. and
Like, they
say,
just
"Wow,
really hype it
really?"
up, and then it's like, I don't know.
So, let's all share in the fun of
Toad.
getting our hands on the latest information. However, even if you say, that's not the character I was picturing, I hope you don't have any hard feelings. We've prepared a fighter reveal video. Once it starts, I think you'll figure out who it is pretty quickly. Now, let's do this.
Alright, here we go. Who are we gonna see for the next, like, half hour?
Alright, there's the logo.
Oh my god. Freaking... Why?
The time has finally come to
I
unleash
am
the forbidden spell
inevitable.
of Zaharat upon our enemies.
Okay. I'm more excited for how many people are gonna be mad about this.
What were you thinking, charging right into an enemy's trap? As you and
Like-
I are one, I too am trapped within this world.
I like Fire Emblem, so I'm
In
like,
time,
I'm okay
our
with it,
hearts and
but
minds will cease to be.
I'm more excited to see all
Are you
the
prepared
people
to
being
die?
mad about this. No, I'd rather be in
I
Smash.
thought as much. I also do not wish to die. And yet... there is no other choice. You must join Smash. Join Smash Brothers already! What are you waiting for?
He was definitely waiting, that's for sure.
So joining Smash consumes
I'm at a loss for words. They did it. They picked the most boring character for this.
I have no problems with this. Fucking Three Houses is a masterpiece.
Okay, yeah, but like, I don't know, I feel like any of the house leaders would have made for, like, cooler characters.
So you
Just
returned,
saying.
and sooner than expected. I see. Too many swordsmen, are there? And you wield the sword as well? What will you do? Huh. So that is how you plan to win the day?
By being attractive?
So be it. I'll reward your cleverness this time.
Wait, what? Oh my god, are they doing something interesting?
How is this?
Are the 3 house leaders gonna...
They're doing something interesting.
The 3 house leaders gonna join them? Byleth recruits Byleth.
Byleth. Okay.
Of anyone, you should be able to handle the hero's relics.
She can... They can fight
Oh, she
using
can defy
other
weapons?
weapons.
Superior.
Okay. That's...
Use a mere
Well, shoutouts to Edelgard for Smash, who's probably crying right now.
Literally anyone who wanted anyone else, they're just in tears.
Along with the sword of the creator, each weapon matches a direction. Your will and mine be now as one. To you, both sides of time are revealed.
So, good night, my sweet Prince
Through
Dimitri.
Smash, show the world.
Anyone who wanted literally anyone else from Fire Emblem is just... like... this is their worst fear. Like, they don't fear the edge of dawn, they fear this.
Yes,
He knows.
there you have it. Byleth from Fire Emblem Three Houses is joining the battle. Fire Emblem Three Houses was released just last summer, so it's still very new. Even so, you'll soon be able to play
I'm
as them in
curious
Super
about
Smash
the
Bros. Ultimate.
chat right now.
This release is planned for January 28th. You'll have instant access
Everyone's
if
just
you have
like,
the Super
why?
Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pack, and it will also be available for purchase individually. In case you're not familiar with Fire Emblem or Three Houses, I'll explain a few things, so don't worry. First off, what is Fire Emblem? It's really hard to pronounce in Japanese. The producer said it's okay if I just say Fire Emblem. But when writing it, if you don't write Fire Emblem, the Fire Emblem police will come and get you, so please be careful. The series first
By knowing how
on the
annoying
Famicom in
Fire Emblem
1990.
fans can
You
be.
could say it was a pioneer in the genre of tactical role-playing games. You might be wondering what makes it particularly tactical. Well, it's tactical in that it simulates combat. You can think of it as moving pieces in a board game, or in other words, a game in which you advance units across a grid and battle. When we talk about tactical games,
Oh,
of that
apparently
era, there were lots
Byleth's
of ones in
old
which you
voice
command
actor
tanks,
said that he might
aircraft,
be in
and so on.
Smash.
But Fire
So,
Emblem was unique.
this is it apparently.
It was a specific character. sort of like
Yeah,
in
his
role-playing
old voice
games.
actor did say he might be in Smash. And then he fucked around on Twitter and said that.
Plus,
So he's not in
something made it
Smash.
stand out from
They
other
recast
Nintendo
Byleth, don't you remember?
Characters.
Is that really why?
Yes!
I mean, I
he
know you
broke
can work with
NDA.
NDAs and
So
stuff,
perhaps you
but
should
like,
just say they're sleeping with
alright
fishes.
then.
But really, if a character fell in battle, you lose that unit. They'd be gone and you couldn't use them again. Recent entries in the series maintain this concept of permadeath to some degree in classic mode and what have you, but a lot of games now allow strategic withdrawals, so to speak. In the older games, your units would really be gone, never to be mentioned again. Scary.
If
The game's
anyone's
stories are told like
anyone's
chronicles
dead,
of
they're
war,
just
with
dead.
increasingly distinct characters and engrossing scenarios. Several characters also appear in the Super Smash Bros. Series, and 6 of the 7 can use a counterattack. It's their down special. There's actually a reason for this. When I was considering how to incorporate Fire Emblem fighters into Super Smash Bros. Melee, I thought it might be interesting to reflect the turn-based nature of the original game. First comes your opponent's turn. They attack and you counter. Next comes your turn.
Sure. Why not?
And now, Fire Emblem Three Houses is the 17th game in the series. People who aren't Japanese in particular might be thinking, 17 games? There are that many? Well, if you include Fire Emblem Heroes in the remakes, but you don't include the Satellaview
Sakurai
game,
giving us a
Mirage
Fire
Sessions,
Emblem
Sharp
history
SE,
lesson.
and Fire Emblem Warriors, then it comes out to 17 games. Let's try saying them in the Fire Emblem Can You Say It challenge. I'll give it a try.
Can you say it?
I mean, to be fair, I have absolutely no idea how to pronounce Thracia.
It's Thracia. I think.
There you go, 17.
There's the 3.
So you saw how I was counting.
It was the most
right?
obvious thing,
I
but
was
no
counting
one
binary.
expected it.
This is 0. Fold this here and you get 1, and then you get 2, then 2 plus 1 equals 3. So this would be 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then you get 16. Add 1 and you get 17. Awesome, isn't it? You can actually count up to 31 on one hand. And if you use both hands, you can count all the way up to 1023. If you've given up counting the knots in a tatami mat, you could
Try
always
it out
give
when
a
you're
go.
bored sometime.
What is Fire Emblem Three Houses?
A very good
In
game.
Japanese, the male version of the main character is called Byleth, and the female version is called Beresu, but in English they share the same name, Byleth. Byleth becomes a professor who ends up leading one of 3 academic houses. Once you've chosen a house, you guide them through their school life, and, well, you end up fighting the other houses.
Okay, I think it's safe to
After a
say
certain
whenever there's
incident,
a
5 years pass, and you meet up
a
with your
new
grown-up
Fire Emblem
students to
game,
battle against
and
the
there's
other
also a new
houses from their
Smash
region.
game, the main character
It's
will
a
be
very
in
sad
Smash
game
at some
in which
point.
your former allies become enemies, turn hostile, and try to kill you. To understand the concept of Fire Emblem Three Houses, I played an early version of the game before its release. I've done the same thing before, with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, for example.
Yo guys, just casually bragging that I got to play Breath of the Wild early.
Made it in time. For that title, I borrowed an early version of the game for 2 days, ran around all the areas, saw the ending, and realized for the first time, I guess we can't really have Breath of the Wild's Princess Zelda as a fighter. I did the same this time, but with there being 3 houses and multiple endings, it was really hard to get a feel for it. And of course, there weren't any walkthroughs I could reference. The game has multiple routes, and the outcome of each is very different.
I'll also play Three Houses.
Your experience will vary depending on the route you choose, and many of the characters you meet will adopt different roles in the story. I'll try to avoid spoilers when I'm talking about the fighter. I hope you'll understand. Before my demonstration, I should point out that
Yeah,
when
they
I did
kind
the
of
Terry
like dye their
Bogard
hair
showcase
midway
video,
through the game
I
just
mentioned
cause.
that it was recorded a month in advance. But this time, we have to account for the holidays and such, so we're filming 2 months in advance of this video's release. Right now, it's actually November.
They kept this secret for like 2 months,
Therefore, some of what I'm about to show you might differ a bit from the finished version.
which is weird because I didn't see anyone
As always, I'm using a
is weird
special
because I didn't
in-game
see any
camera and
leaks
such
for it.
demonstration purposes.
at all.
Here I go. So, this is our new fighter, Byleth.
So,
Sadly, they're lacking in mobility. It's maybe a bit better than Robin's, but that's about all you can say for them. Throws are not their strong point either. Their grab lacks range. But actually, you could say that they're distance demon. The hero's relic they use changes depending on the direction you input with the stick. Each of the hero's relics is a weapon that appears in Fire Emblem Three Houses. They look like bones, and there's a reason for that.
Yes, a very spoiler
First, let's
reason.
talk about the weapon Byleth uses for upward inputs, the Sword of the Creator. The Sword of the Creator here is Byleth's default weapon. They use it
the
for
power
flurry
of God
attacks
in
and tilt
anime.
attacks, such as down tilt attacks, where it takes the form of a whip. They also use the sword for dash attacks and other moves. For their up smash attack, they'll whip the sword upward to launch enemies in the air.
Yeah, it's pretty funny that
For their
like
up air attack, they'll wave the whip sword overhead.
it's pretty funny that
The hit
Byleth is
detection
using a
for this
bunch
attack
of
lasts
like
for a relatively long time.
relics, but like you
up
barely
special
use
move
them
is
in
really
game
something.
because of how little
The sword extends
durability
like
they
this,
have.
allowing you to do things like this.
In the Blue Lion's house, you're given
It was
Claude's
pretty
relic
terrifying
at
how I
one
knocked him
point
into the air
just to
with that
keep
attack.
because
And
why
in
not?
addition,
Oh,
Right? Because he doesn't need it anymore, pretty much. And
oh,
you can do awful
and
things like this.
yeah, I didn't make it that far. I'm
That
just gonna
said,
pretend
you'll
you didn't
launch
say
opponents
that.
upward until their damage reaches a certain percentage.
you don't kill him and take it off his corpse, thankfully. That,
Oh,
that would
good.
hurt. That would hurt.
Exceed that percentage, and you'll need to
And
be
I just
careful.
gave it to
You may find it
Bernadetta
helpful to know
in the
that.
final map, and
I've already shown this, but
as
you
it
can
turns
also
out,
use it to latch
Bernadetta is
onto edges.
ridiculously powerful with Claude's
So
weapon.
that's the up special. Now, for the sideways inputs. This is Erdvar, the same name as the weapon from Celtic mythology.
So instead of
First, we'll go through the forward and
instead
back
of them letting be
As you can
instead of
see,
them
they have a
letting
long reach.
the
Like so.
house leaders being smashed, Byleth just took the weapons.
Marth's air attack keeps opponents in check too, right?
Not today, kids.
If Byleth does the same thing, you'd win out, so you should be able to beat it. Next, the side smash attack. This also has a long range. It'll connect even from here. Also, if you add an upward tilt, it will be stronger. And if you've knocked an opponent down, the side attack won't hit unless you add a downward tilt to aim for them. By the way, the tip of the lance is more powerful. The shaft part is weaker, so it's not suited
So,
to close combat.
Moth.
It won't deal much damage, and it won't launch opponents far. That's why, as a rule, you want to hit with the blade part aimed upward. Or downward in this case.
So we have to aim for the head
Next, the side
from a
special.
distance.
Byleth will simply swing the lance like this, but again, it has excellent reach. For example, even when your opponent is at this distance, it'll still hit.
Allow me to point out how good
Actually,
the
you
main
can do a
battle
smash
theme
attack to
from
charge
Three
forward
Houses
a little,
is,
like
and
this.
how awesome it is that it is in Smash.
Yes, Three Houses music
But
is
as you'd
very good.
expect, it can be easily shielded, so be careful.
I love how
Using
Sakurai
midair
was
and a
ducking
carve-out
and
large
covering when the fucking video cut back.
area. Returning to the side air attacks from earlier.
Like, he
Oh
just
yeah, guys,
knew.
don't be mad.
But they lack
He
verticality.
just knew.
So this complements
Guys,
its
don't be
launch,
bad. This character's actually cool.
although you'll be vulnerable when you land. Now, for the downward inputs. For these, Byleth will use an axe
I
called
do have
Veneer.
to say something though. If we're gonna
It's
have
named
this
after a
many
weapon that
Fire
appears
Emblem
in Ugaritic
characters,
myth.
can we
First,
have a
the down
fucking
air
villain?
It really is strong.
Yeah,
I know there
honestly.
aren't many. I know there aren't
You can
that
try for
many
a meter
Fire
effect
Emblem
with this
villains
attack.
that would be worthy, but there are still a
Next is the
few.
down smash attack.
The Black Knight, he's a
Heavy
good
swing of the
example.
axe.
God, how funny would it be instead of
As you
putting
can see, it has a great
any
deal
of the
launch
main
power.
characters from Three Houses, they put in the Death Knight.
And for the down special, Byleth
With
channels
Smash,
all their
it's just
energy
like
into a devastating
Sakurai has
stroke.
already made it abundantly clear
It's
that
a
if
bold
the
move,
character's
similar
getting
to the
hit
Falcon Punch.
99
But here's
out of
what makes
100
it
times,
different.
it's going to be someone that
When readying the
Or
move,
even like
there's a
they put in the
super
Flame Emperor and then they just don't say who it is.
armor, which allows you to withstand an attack. Just so you know, if you execute a Falcon Punch at about the same time, it plays out like this. It's a bit slower than the Falcon Punch, but due to the super armor effect, you have the advantage. Unless you get grabbed.
Well, I'm gonna tell Stefan that he
Another
finally has a
notable
character
aspect
he can
is that it lets you
appreciate
pass through
in
platforms.
the DLC pass, because he's hated
While
every
you're charging
edition.
up, you can breeze past platforms like this to reach a lower area. It won't let you jump, but you could use it as a surprise attack.
Although, like, at least for me, like,
Also, you can turn around during the move.
I like the Byleths in the game, but
swing
like
takes a while.
also
So if an opponent runs
not the
behind you during
hypest
the
thing in
move,
the
you can
world
quickly
because we
change
have
direction.
like 9 Fire Emblem characters now.
Even though it can be hard to land a hit with this move, it can be really effective when used against a group of opponents.
But again, I wait
Plus,
for the
even if you fail
meltdown
to
people
land a
have
hit,
about a
any
character
opponents
being
on
in
the ground
Smash.
nearby will still be launched a little. It's as if the quaking of the ground launches them. By the way, earlier I talked a little bit about the other Fire Emblem characters' moves. I don't recommend using this down special against fighters from the Fire Emblem series, because you'll just get loads of counters.
Oh god, I love Between
hits
Heaven
with
and
that much
Earth.
power
This song
in a
is
single
so good.
Counters can actually multiply the power of blocked attacks, and using easily anticipated attacks
I don't
like
think I
this,
got
you
to
just
this
get
part of the
hit by
game.
Counter after counter. Next, we have the neutral moves.
But I think I
The bow
have
you
heard
use
it
is
before
called Fail Not, which shares its name with the bow from the Knights of the Round Table.
through
It only appears in a few
listening
neutral
to it on
moves.
YouTube.
You've got the neutral air attack. This attack is similar to a move of Pit's and other fighters like him. It lets you spin the weapon around.
You can break the
It's
desks
also easy to create certain combos with it.
or the tables,
And with the
I
neutral
guess.
special, you'll let loose an arrow. It seems pretty straightforward, right? But there are a few noteworthy aspects to this bow. First, the biggest difference between this bow and Link's is that once you enter the command, you can keep charging until it's ready. You can't release it partway through the charge, so when it does fire, the arrow travels at high speed. It's also very powerful. That said, you can still cancel out of the stance using the shield button. You can also change direction while in the stance. It works up until this point, but
Very
if you keep holding the button,
complicated tech.
You know, people could say that
unleash-
this technically counts as the Fighter Pass's joke character,
powerful arrow that looks
just
like a
because
beam
of how
light.
mad it made people.
You can perform this move by keeping the button held
But
down.
here's the thing. Here's the
You
thing.
charge up power
Nintendo
like
did
so.
choose the
Charge a bit
DLC.
more, and
All
then
of it.
Fire.
It's not his fault.
But
Yeah.
again, you need
It's
to
literally
decide
not
when
his
using this
fault.
move.
Look, guys, I ran out of
For one,
interesting
when you've powered up
options.
the move to its max,
It's
there's
basically
no
what
way
this
to
amounts
cancel
to.
out. Not even with the shield button. In other words,
Either
you're
that or
committed to
Sakurai
People
just
out
like
here
seeing
asking
people.
for goddamn
So you see,
Sora,
a situation
Kingdom
like
Hearts and
this
shit.
is pretty terrible.
Either that or Sakurai was just like, look,
Once you
this is going to piss off a very specific set of
won't be able
people,
to
and
do
I love
anything.
it, so he's going in.
which means it's quite the risky attack to use against fighters who have a move with a reflector effect. But you could always just aim into the fray, as it is, after all, a long-range move, letting you deal a sudden blow to opponents. So you need to think carefully when using this projectile weapon. Byleth's final smash is called Progenitor God Ruptured Heaven. In the original game, there's a move called Ruptured Heaven.
Oh, yeah.
This is an
There's
enhanced
the-
version.
The old, thing. I forget what it's called.
As you can see,
Did
you team up with the
Sophus
mysterious
just
Sophus
say
and launch an
Kawaii-chan?
attack together.
I like
Now,
how
let's talk
all the
about the color
NPCs that have
variation.
appeared in this
It's set up
demonstration
so
of Fire
that the
Emblem
default and
characters
odd
just to
numbered
rub
color
the salt in the
variations are
wound.
male, while the even numbered ones are female. However, the third, fourth, and
Yeah, it's
fifth
not
colors
the most
are,
exciting
as you
thing
can
in the
see,
world, but you know what?
reminiscent of the house
I
lights.
love.
Those of you who
Oh!
played
So,
the original
yeah,
game will
okay.
understand what I'm referring
Here
to.
we go.
The sixth color is based on Sophis, who you just
Ah.
saw earlier. And the seventh and
neato.
eighth variations have a different hair color, which is based on something that occurs in the course of the original game story.
Again, they dye their hair
Didn't
midway
we
through
see
the
this
game
variation
just
in the
cause.
Final Smash? Next, I'll introduce the stage. For this one, we of course tried to recreate the place where you spend most of the game, Garreg Mach Monastery.
I still think
This
it's
is
funny how
Garreg
Cord
Mach
doesn't even have a
Monastery was
stage.
laid out in the original game. From these, we chose to have it cycle through the marketplace, reception hall, bridge, and cathedral all in one stage. It's the type of stage that rotates through different areas.
I really
such as
wanted to
these
just
four.
fight in a classroom.
Let me introduce each of the guests that
yeah, I
appear in
kinda
these four
did too.
areas. The first area is the marketplace. I think this is where a lot of people come to do their shopping. The guests that appear here are students of the Blue Lion's house, Dimitri, Dedu, and Ingrid. Not Dimitri, Dudu, or Ingrid.
Doo-doo.
Their names are a bit difficult to say. They're largely from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Since it's a kingdom, that
Look,
means
man,
they have a
Dude's
monarchy.
been through enough.
For that
Don't
reason, I
call
guess
him
you could say
Doo-doo.
Dimitri's the future king.
Yeah, man,
He had
the
quite a
dude is
difficult
so
life and may or
cool.
may
Why
not
you
have
gotta
had
do
just
his
one
name
eye.
dirty like
He's
that?
an unfortunate one, that one. There are vendors on either side. In the original game, these are important booths where you buy all sorts of things.
You can
But,
destroy the vendors.
here you can break them, you see. If you do break them, the stage will expand to the left and right.
Oh, you wanna know what I wanna
I
see?
wonder where people will buy
The
their
reaction
supplies
at
now.
Nintendo New York.
And in the background, you can see the gatekeeper.
They have
You
Gatekeeper.
often pass through this area in Fire Emblem 3 houses.
I love how
and you
they-
end up talking to him.
How that he took time to
Moving through these
specifically
areas
mention
is
that.
possible thanks to this mysterious platform. Just when it seems like you've come to a stop, you'll come crashing back down. We've broken through the ceiling and slammed into the building.
Oh, hey, Dorothea.
And the guests in the reception hall are Edelgard, Dorothea, and Petra of the Black Eagles. Take note, it's not spelled Edelgard. They're from the Adressian Empire. And as such, they embrace their military might.
By not attacking you.
Edelgard is one of the characters who is central to the conflict. Depending on the path you take, she'll go through some terrible ordeals. You'll notice there are prominent chandeliers above the stage. It's possible to knock them down. However, Byleth can't actually reach it, even though it's their stage. You can reach it with other fighters, though.
New
So, it's nice if you
Kirby
can
and
work your way up
Jigglypuff
there by
tech.
getting lucky and being launched up, or perhaps by using another fighter as a stepping stone. There we go. I made it. And you can knock it down.
That's
Also, you
This-
can break this table.
such a big brain
Like so.
play. Just using your opponent as a stepping stone to get
Just
up
like the
there.
sign that reads Fudin Kazan in the Suzaku Castle stage, it can break if you launch the opponent into it at close range. Next up, the bridge. The camera rotates 90 degrees, creating this long area. It's very wide indeed.
So, there was Claude,
It's similar to the bridge of Elden stage.
the upside down guy.
The guests are from the Golden Deer, Claude, Hilda, and Lawrence. They belong to the Leicester Alliance.
You know, it's just me, or is it weird seeing these characters without the cell shading?
Because it's an alliance of many noble families,
I don't know, it
you
just
could say
looks
that
weird.
they have a wide assortment of members. And Claude is the sharpest of the bunch. Incidentally, both Claude and Hilda are the names of characters that appear in Genealogy of the Holy War, the 4th title in the Fire Emblem series. I guess once you've reached the 17th game and are creating 40 characters for each new entry, you're bound to get a bit of name overlap. The naming process must be tough. Hey, it looks like the Pegasus Knight
So-
is busy training.
Sakurai's like,
As
coming
for
up
the
with
bridge's
names is
design,
hard.
it's just a long pathway, plain and simple. You can expect plenty of blows to be exchanged at the edges of the screen. You could also say it's a place where the fail knot really shines, and in this sense, I think it suits the Golden Deer perfectly. The last area is the cathedral, only with some platforms you can pass through. The guests appearing in the cathedral are Sedith, Flame, and Rhea. There's Sedith, who appears to have an
Sedith very
extremely strong bond with his
concerningly
sister,
looking
Flame.
over you
She
fighting
seems to
other
be
people.
under the protection of him and Rhea, who you can see fighting during the opening of Fire Emblem 3 Houses.
It's like, bro,
All
what are you
three have
doing?
character
Don't get
quirks
Flame
related to
involved
their
in
true
this.
identities. I feel that Flame might be saying
I'm assuming
shush
that all
at
of
this
them,
point, so I'll
all
leave
of
it
their
at that.
models have just been imported using the 3D, the three
This is a
houses
simple
models,
area of the stage.
and
All it has
it kind
are
of
these
looks
platforms.
awkward in
Being the last
in
area, it
Smash
may be a
Ultimate's
place where some
rendering engine.
intense battles
As
will
with
be waged.
Byleth, it's very obvious that it's a brand new
It'll
model.
cycle through each location in about 2.5
Yeah, that's what I was
minutes.
saying. Like, all these characters look weird without the cell shading. Also,
Okay, today we'll have a tag team battle in Squad Strike with the DLC team pitted against Fire Emblem protagonists from throughout the ages. That'll give us precisely 5 players per side. Alright, here we go, Joker.
hey guys, did you know we have a bunch of Fire Emblem characters?
Joker! And Hero!
Just killing off everyone else.
Gee, we really made a lot, huh? Banjo! By now, I think you know what I'm doing. But basically, I'm trying to defeat all 5 opponents with just the Professor here. But as expected, it's going to be a pretty tough battle, so I'm using anything I can get my hands on.
And also setting the
It's not gonna land
CPU to
that
like
easily.
1.
Uh-oh, this is bad. Bennigan's. I better keep my distance. I'll use this chance to attack.
Also,
Got it.
Sakurai is using the
That's
female
great.
version.
He's invincible for a moment here.
He knows.
Lots of explosives. Ouch. He perfect shielded that, huh? Good one. If I do this, or like so. No anti-air, huh? There, the soccer ball connected.
Byleth beats up other Fire Emblem characters. The game.
Good, there's Mom.
There's Mom.
You're in a good spot, Mom. Ah, I shouldn't have taken that. Gardevoir. Well, I guess no one uses projectiles. At this point, it doesn't matter if Gardevoir's there or not. I feel like the enemy might get this Smash Ball. See? They got it. But I mustn't give up.
He's
Can't
like,
waste the
no.
chance. There's another Smash Ball. Yes, got it. Now, what are you charging up for? There's still more. Whack.
That feel
Go
when
on,
they already
you
had
take the hammer.
had
But it's
Sophus'
mine.
voice actor on hand.
Although I'm scared I might get hit with a counter
You know
in the
what?
state.
They probably recorded.
I hit him.
Probably.
They probably
Probably.
recorded all the voice work
I was trying to fight
for
using
the
Byleth's
reveal
abilities
trailer
alone,
back during the
but what
recording of
matters is
Three
that I won.
Houses,
Good
which is
game.
why Byleth's old voice actor mentioned Smash Bros.
Probably.
It can be fun to play
So,
like
way to
this,
cost
especially
yourself
tag
being in
team. So
Smash,
I think it's a
asshole.
good idea to try imposing different types of challenges on yourself. The end.
Moral of the story, don't brag about being in Smash until it's actually
Now,
been
about
announced.
the additional music. Since it's from the Fire Emblem series, we'll be adding each of the new tracks to all the Fire Emblem stages. There are already a lot of Fire Emblem tracks in the game. Our selection this time has been made taking those existing tracks into consideration.
Guys, we can actually add
11
music
songs
this
are
time.
being added. This includes an arrangement of the main theme in both Japanese and English.
Only 2 remixes?
I hope you'll enjoy these as well. We're also adding in a new spirit board. It includes the house leaders among some of the other popular characters. Sothis is legend class.
I'm
Also,
disappointed
there's a
that
new
Claude
classic
isn't
mode
upside down
route,
for
a
this.
Heroic Legacy, which is designed to let you enjoy classic Fire Emblem stages.
But
from
although I
throughout the
swear
series
if
history.
it has something to do with making the stage turn
The
upside
final
down,
battle is against Master Hand and Crazy.
genius.
But you'll find that something pretty amusing happens, so look forward to that. Now for the Mii Fighter costumes. Please take a look.
Okay. The real news, Mii Fighter costumes. Okay. Well then. We could get Rayman, so, here's a Assassin's Creed outfit. Okay.
Please don't reveal Rayman.
Oh no, it's worse.
You were
Freaking,
right.
yeah.
You were right.
Rabbids. Alright. Yo, we got Mega Man EXE as a
Ooh,
thing.
yes! Okay. Alright, I'll take that. I like that.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm alright with that. Okay, how far behind are you?
Smash Cross Cuphead?
Yeah. I'm okay with this. Also, we have Cuphead music in Smash now.
I take it they just waited for the ass end to just put in all the extremely strange, weird-ass costumes that they had been sitting on. Also, no Rayman. No Rayman costume. We can
I
still...
mean, that basically means he's confirmed.
This time, we're releasing a Cuphead
God,
costume.
what if they announce another fighter at the end of this?
And for those of you who purchased the Cuphead costume, an additional song will be added. It's called Floral Fury, and it's the theme that plays when fighting Cagney Carnation.
I
hope
think
you
that's
enjoyed
like
these as
the
well.
vegetable boss near the beginning of the game.
After purchasing a costume, I recommend
No,
using
it's
the
like the
sharing
plant
feature.
thing, I think.
If someone has created a Mii fighter, you can play using the costume it's wearing immediately after you download it. And now, onto the amiibo.
Wait, is there a Veronica outfit? Me
The color
costume?
palette for Dark Samus looks pretty good, doesn't it? Dark Samus and Richter
That
are
feel
planned to
when I
release on
ignored it
Friday,
because I didn't know
January
who she
17th.
was.
And now, with the addition of Byleth, the Fighter's Pass is finally complete. The lineup was Joker, Hero, Banjo and Kazooie, Terry
I was
Bogard,
honestly
and
expecting it to
Byleth.
be another third-party character, but... Alright.
From more than 70 fighters,
I'm
only
okay with
5
this
have
too.
been added. But I must say, this game has always been an exceptional experience. And since the roster was already so large to begin with, right from the start, we intended to make the most out of the new gameplay mechanics and so on. There really were a lot of new mechanics, weren't there? When we add a new fighter, we don't simply make their attacks or their movements a little different. Instead, we try to offer you a whole new style of play.
Byleth
As I
just
stated,
died.
we'll continue to release more
Camping.
DLC fighters down the line.
Oh,
I had
by the
thought
way,
that
here's a new
one
character.
or two might suffice, but, well, have a look.
Oh my god, are they actually doing it?
Fighter's
Okay.
Pass 2. Wait, what?
6 new
Looks
characters.
like there will be one more fighter than last time. For this reason, we will be releasing the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass Volume 2. It will
Okay,
be
at least
available
it's
for
another
pre-purchase
pass, so I
on
don't
the
have to
date
buy
shown,
these
so please
individually.
keep an eye out. And now that it's
That was
official,
annoying
we intend to move
about
ahead with development.
Wii U.
Of course, like last time, the contents will remain unknown for now, and I'm personally very sorry that we have to release Fighters Pass Volume 2 when the details have yet to be revealed. Like last time, I'd be very grateful if, despite that, you would understand why and purchase it. Furthermore, the new additions have already been decided. Even if I receive many
Sakura
requests
saying
regarding
don't pre-order
potential
the
candidates
DLC.
on Twitter, I'm afraid it would be very
No,
hard
I'll
to
do it
consider.
anyway.
But I still hope you'll look forward to it. We're also including a bonus with Fighters Pass Volume 2. Last time, it was a Rex costume, but this time, here's what we have. It's a Mii
Okay,
fighter costume
okay,
for
this
Mii
is
sword
fine.
fighter. The ancient soldier gear
I was
from The
expecting
Legend
it
of
to be
Zelda
someone
Breath of the
people
Wild.
actually wanted.
This will not be for sale individually, so it can only be acquired as part of Fighters Pass Volume 2.
Oh, but look at that. Now I can make a third Lonk.
It's been reported that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is the highest-selling fighting game in the world. Personally, I don't know if it counts as simply a fighting game, but I guess it's seen as a fighting game around the world.
Is Smash Brothers a fighting game?
Seems like Street Fighter 2 was in the lead for a while, but now Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has surpassed it in total sales. However, I'm not sure if this is accurate. There were 5 versions of Street Fighter 2, or 6 to 7 if we really want to get into the weeds. Plus, there's the arcade versions and the 25 ports to other systems, so I don't know if that's been accounted for.
25 ports
Also,
to
I
other
don't know
systems.
if that really qualifies as one game. It's up for discussion. So, who knows? But when it comes to a single piece of software, it seems like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is number 1. Although, I still don't know if it can really be called just a fighting game. I feel like it's become more than a fighting game, some sort of celebration of gaming or something else entirely. Also, I feel a deep attachment to the 5 DLC fighters. The first Fighters Pass just wrapped up, but it was decided that there will be more DLC, which means no breaks for me. I plan to keep working hard, so I hope you can continue to support us. That's it. Thank you.
I mean, I'm sure that it's significantly easier to work on DLC characters than it is to work on an entire new
go
roster.
on.
Yeah, like
Windows
Sakurai
being
said, he said like, oh, we're. I like how the 3 pose actually was a tease. 3
Yeah.
houses. People were thinking No More Heroes 3, so we were going to get Travis Touchdown. Others were thinking Devil May Cry 3, because the director was talking about Devil May Cry, so Dante. Others were thinking Kingdom Hearts 3, so we were going to get
God.
Sora. Yeah, no, you got fucking
With
Fire Emblems, bitch.
With the Mii costumes, I was waiting for Dante to be a Mii costume.
Honestly, though, I think that those meat costumes sort of gives away that Rayman's going to be a character. Because you got all those...
Probably. Not that I'm complaining.
Rabbits. Yeah, no, that's actually a great addition if that happens.
So, didn't they say he was coming out like 28th? Byleth?
Yeah, he is.
So, yeah. But I'm more curious about the meltdown on Twitter. There's another Fire Emblem game. Another Fire Emblem character.
In the in the code of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, there is a what's it called?
3 houses of lords at home.
No, there is an open list of characters, right? Like open slots. And in the game before they added Piranha Plant, there were 16. Okay, so after Piranha Plant, there's 15, and then after the Fighters Pass, there was 10. Okay, so now we're getting 6 more, right? And that will take us down to 4. So that kind of suggests that there will just be a third Fighters Pass with just 4 characters. Which, I mean, that kind of stinks that we get a decrease in fighters, but it also kind of makes sense.
They could also add like 4 more Echoes, maybe.
I don't know if people would be down for that.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, but maybe.
Well, this has been entertaining, for better or for worse. So, I'll talk to you later, dude.
Featuring Byleth from the Fire Emblem series.
Yeah, be sure to send me that stream just so that I can upload the highlights.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right, peace.
So, yeah, see ya. So, yeah, it's gonna be it for me. It's been fun. Take care. Bye. I'm bad at outros.